Buju and Denawe Magnadug, Sajin Najaganash and Winnacause, Manoomin and Kwe Dash and Dundro Ojibwe Winnacause, Mugnindo Dem Gabasquamacogna Dunjaba. Hello, all of my relatives. My name is Sajin. I am Loon Clan and am a citizen of Red Cliff Band of Lake Superior, Ojibwe. I have the privilege to be the messenger of the stories and wisdom shared with me by the folks of Waswaganing or Lac de Flambeau, who hold a relationship to Manoomin, the good berry, wild rice, Zizania palastris, the food that grows on water.
My viewpoint is that it's a relative. It's something that we need to steward and take care of, because it takes care of us at the end of the day. It's something that the Creator has given us in order to live, in order to be well.
One of the best natural foods that I know of.
It has its own spirit, its own life.
Obviously, it's a food source, but seeing it as like the living being that it is.
That nutritional grain that we all need. I mean, it's that medicine.
Wild rice was one of the reasons the Ojibwe, my ancestors, settled into this area. Was the profit from that I was told was we came out of the northeast, migrated around the Great Lakes region, and we had to stop when we found, and the prophet said, a place where food grows on water. So when we got into the Great Lakes area, this is where that was.
Manoomin is very important to me because it plays a vital role in our ancestral diet, and it provides essential nutrients and sustenance that we need, and it's a very important food in our ceremonies and our cultural practices that we use for pretty much everything.
Going out and harvesting Manoomin and being a part of that entire process has really been a part of my healing as an Anishinaabe person. Be out on the water and knocking rice or, push pulling for someone, to be able to just hear that serenity of that ambiance, just the rice kind of singing in the wind, hear all those little birds and everything. And part of that harvesting and that process is constantly holding the respect for that plant.
When you go out on water, you offer your asema, you harvest in a good way, and not only is Manoomin listening to you and watching you, that eagle spirit's watching you, that fish spirit is watching you, and making sure you do it in a good way. And we're always told to offer some of your harvest back. Like if you go, going through a rice field, head back in, you see a bare spot, just go through a couple handfuls in a bare spot to try to get that reseeded in that area, and just giving back.
Reciprocity is necessary for a plant relative that has been in decline since the onset of settler colonialism. The historical decline in Manoomin came from the extensive manipulation of waterways in order to transport tree relatives from northern Wisconsin to growing cities of the time like Chicago. The widening of rivers and the raising and lowering of water levels through implementation of dams took away an unfathomable amount of Manoomin habitat.
come to find out there was a whole lot more.
Yeah.
A whole lot more. Unreal. With the decline of rice that we're experiencing for the past 10 years or even longer, we're probably down to maybe an eighth of what it used to be like.
To me, it's like a central characteristic of who we are as Anishinaabe people. So if we don't have the rice, if we don't have that practice, if we don't have that for ceremonies or feasts, that it kind of is a drop in our identity. It's really key to our identity and why we came here and stayed here.
It's a creation story. It's been a part of our tradition and history. So it's a strong root and plant that we can focus back to show our sovereignty, show the importance and significance of a being to us that will sustain us. It's going to show us by its declining population or types of the health of our Mother Earth and what is going to be the health of us if we don't do what we have to protect it. It's a sign.
Say just don't take it for granted, because if you do, it'll probably go away. It has a life of its own that evolves, 365 days out of the year, So we want to make sure that that part isn't forgotten.
Gives us something to keep fighting for, and that ties us all together.
Continue to respect and honor it, and don't take it for granted.
It's life. It gives us a purpose that hopefully in the future gives a lot more people a purpose.
It's part of the family legacy, I guess. I mean, my grandma and grandpa, when they were young, and waking up early in the morning, packing lunch, going out there racing all day till sunset. So just wanting to kind of continue that sort of legacy that I hear about, that's really important to me.